Well then, someone said you are extremely tall and seem cocky at first. You aren't into Latinos. I personally definitely want to bring this up because what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. Today I have for you kind of like a tag that's going around on YouTube. I low-key really miss the old YouTube when there used to be a bunch of tags going around. So today I am going to be answering some of your assumptions. So yesterday I asked you guys on Insta stories, which by the way, if you aren't following me, definitely go do so. I keep you guys updated there the most, but I asked you to send me some of your assumptions and many of you sent me really good ones. So let's read them out loud, let's answer them, and see what you guys kind of sort of assume about me. Alright, so as I was reading some of them, I feel like many of you actually know me just as much as my best friends do, which is pretty funny to me. So let's get started. First one says, I thought you were a VH1 celebrity when you popped up on my Explore feed 3 years ago. Funny enough, I kind of sort of feel like I know who you're talking about. I don't watch any of the shows on VH1, but I remember I used to get that a lot at the beginning when I started doing YouTube, and many people would mention her name. I don't remember it exactly right now. I think it's something Mena, or I don't know, but I know that I googled her, and to be honest, I don't see the resemblance. I mean, maybe we have the same hair color and skin color, but that's pretty much it. I don't know. Nat, you will be a great mommy based on how you treat children around you. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Funny thing is that I'm actually pretty low-key scared to have kids, especially the giving birth aspect. I feel like I would be a great mom, but giving birth, girl, I don't know. I remember when I was 18, I used to tell my mom all the time, like, don't even think about it, you're not getting any grandkids from me. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe it does happen for me. Not anytime soon though, that's for sure. You don't like clingy people and have a few pet peeves. Totally normal, by the way. I mean, about the clinginess, for sure, I used to hate it. I was not about clingy people, especially like if you were dating someone and the guy would be way too clingy. I was not about that. But it's funny to say now because I feel like I'm the clingy girlfriend, because I now understand my best friend when she used to always want to hang out with her boyfriend. I genuinely love spending time with my boyfriend. I don't know, it's just pretty funny when I see it from the outer perspective because I was never that person. Things change, folks. People change. And then she also says that I have a few pet peeves. Yes, I actually have a lot of pet peeves. There's so many things that bother me. There's so many things that people do or sound effects that annoy me. Like when people chew really loud, I hate that. I also really dislike the ASMR videos. I don't understand what is the big fuzz about them because I just get super cringy when I hear them, but hey, to each their own. A very New York one is I get annoyed when people are walking slow in front of me, especially when I'm in a rush or when I'm just like walking in general, because if you're a tourist, you're most likely walking slow. But New Yorkers don't like that. Long story short, I have a lot of pet peeves. I could make a totally separate video on my pet peeves. You are extremely tall and seem cocky at first, but you're super cool. Love you. Love you too. Yes, I'm really tall. I feel like I've mentioned this endless of times, but I'm 5'9", so pretty tall for a woman, I feel. Although living in New York City, it doesn't feel as tall since there's so many tall people here. And you're also right. First impression, many people assume that I'm cocky or self-centered or straight up a bitch. To be honest with you, I've always gotten that. I always get the I thought you were a bitch at first, but I guess it's the resting bitch face, or I'm somewhat serious at first. I don't know, I've gotten it all my life, but I'm not. So yeah. You're the type to not approach anyone first, no matter the situation. Yes, that is very much me. So the perfect example for this is my friendship with Joanne C. You guys know her, I've made a few videos with her, but our friendship started because she would always look after me. Like, I'm not the type to approach you first. And I mean, I hope it doesn't come off in a bad way. I'm just somewhat, not shy, but I'm an extrovert introvert. I just personally don't open up to many people or trust many people right off the bat. So yeah, it's definitely a Capricorn trait of mine though. So let me know in the comments below if you're a Capricorn or know of a Capricorn that is the same way. You're very private. I consider myself very private, at least I want to be very private, especially with my private life or personal life. Even being on YouTube or putting my life out there basically and being on social media, I like to keep my personal life private just because the things that I treasure and love the most, I don't want to exploit them. And at the end of the day, I definitely respect the loved ones around me because even though I'm public, they're not. And they might not like all the attention or people knowing their business, if that makes sense. Joey says, you're forgetful. I mean, it's a trait that I'm definitely trying to learn the most, but I was definitely not forgetful, especially in my teen years. Like, if you hurt me by any way, I will not forget. I'll forgive you, but I will not forget. Like, I personally don't like people stepping on me, so I'll give you a chance, and then if you step on me again, you best believe that you're out. But I don't know, I'm trying my best to be forgetful, because I feel like if you live with resentment, it's something that I've learned throughout the years, you're not going to be happy ever. So like anything that has happened in my personal life or when I was a kid, I try my best to move forward, learn from it, and just keep going. Another assumption I got is you're an amazing friend. I hope so. I hope that I'm an amazing friend, or a good friend at least. You're bad at texting. Raise your hand if you're also bad at texting, because I am the worst texter ever. But to be honest, I definitely forget to reply sometimes, like genuinely forget to reply, not because I'm being a bitch and don't want to reply. And the main reason for that is I hate notifications, so I normally would just open up a text so the notification could go off, and then I genuinely forget to respond. So by the time that I read them again, it's a little late or rude to respond. I don't know. Someone said, you don't like doing dishes, that's why you like getting paper plates. Oh my god. I mean, I like doing dishes. I actually really genuinely like cleaning in general. I don't like cooking. I feel like I'm truly blessed with Eric because he likes cooking, so he could cook and I'll wash the dishes. I personally don't have a problem doing the dishes. I don't think everyone loves doing the dishes, but I don't mind doing the dishes, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie though, I do like paper plates because it's a lot easier, but I'm trying to do better for the earth as I'm drinking from a plastic cup. I'm kidding. But by the way, I ended up getting metal straws for those that like to talk a lot of crap about me. You're welcome. Another assumption is that you have your life together and that you do not have problems. Dang, that really hit home. I personally definitely want to bring this up because I never want you guys to assume or think that I have my life together, because best believe I don't have my together. And I'm not just saying that, I personally genuinely mean it. I feel like we all know this, but the major problem with social media is that everything seems so perfect and happy-go-lucky on social media because we only post the good. Like, who wants a pity party from people or want to post the sad and the negative and seem like a whiny person? Not even because of being seen whiny or emotional. I personally really dislike people feeling pity for me, which is one of my biggest kind of like flaws, because I don't even share breakdowns. Like, the person that you least expect to have issues has a lot of problems in their life. So with that being said, I feel like don't ever assume people's life are perfect, because they're not. I feel like even Kylie Jenner has issues. We all have sad days, we all have doubts, we all have arguments with our loved ones. Our lives aren't perfect, and that's fine. But thank you for leaving that one for me, because it was something that I definitely wanted to touch base on, since I feel that everyone thinks that of people that are on social media, or even regular people that don't have an influencer platform, that only post when they go on vacation or have happy moments. So yeah, not everyone's life is perfect, long story short. This one's really nice. Passionately dedicated on yourself, hard worker. I feel like that has taken me a long time to achieve, but after I learned to have confidence within myself and not care what people thought about me, I definitely started to work on me more, to work harder for me. So yeah, I put this quote up a few days ago on Insta stories, and it honestly means so much, and I feel like everyone should live by it. But I do believe that I'm a hard worker, and I'm actually really proud about that, because it's all because of my mom and what she taught me growing up. She always taught me that you have to work hard for what you want, or work to get what you want. So yeah, thank you, mom, I guess. I got another sweet one. She says that you are just as you show, genuine, sweet, and a bit sensitive. Sensitive? You guys think I'm sensitive? I feel like I'm definitely sensitive though. She also says, I also assume that you miss your mom. I really do miss my mom a lot. I miss her cooking the most and watching shows and movies every night. But dang, girl, you caught me with sensitive. Not even kidding, you definitely describe me really well, because I am sensitive. I don't like to show that I'm sensitive. And again, I feel like that's a Capricorn trait. I feel like I'm sensitive in the aspect that I let things get to me all the time when it shouldn't. So Yeah. Someone says that they assume that I speak more English than Spanish. I feel like I speak both equally, and I speak a lot of Spanglish, Like with my family, I only speak Spanish. With my friends, I speak Spanglish. With my boyfriend, I speak English. He speaks a little bit of Spanish, but nothing too crazy. For YouTube, I speak English, but I definitely feel like I speak both equally. At least I hope so. Well then, someone said, I thought you were 30, but 30 with really good skin, LOL, because of your maturity. Oh my god. Your girl just turned 25 and I feel it. I feel like I'm getting old, guys. I know that 25 is young. It's mostly because I'm an old soul, so I feel old in a way. But thanks for the compliment on the skin. I feel that makeup definitely makes you look older, so maybe that's why I look older. I hope. I'm gonna go and put a lot of eye cream after this video because of you. Just saying. Just kidding. How do you feel about dating non-Hispanic guy? And then somebody else said, you aren't into Latinos. Personally, I can see why people may have this assumption of me, but I have dated Hispanic before. I personally feel that whoever you date doesn't matter the race. Like, you date because of who they are as a person and because of their heart, or because of how they treat you, because of how you feel with them. Not because they're white, they're Hispanic, not because they're black, they're Asian. I don't know. If you're dating someone because of their race, you're doing it wrong, in my opinion. But I don't have an issue dating outside or inside my race, obviously. Another assumption is you don't like to splurge. I consider myself to be very, not cheap, but I always go for sales. I definitely don't love splurging. The problem with me is that if I like something cheaper, I'm going to get it over the really expensive thing. And then on top of that, I low-key feel guilty buying expensive things, like buying a name brand bag, just because I feel like I could be doing so much more with that money. But I do want to learn to splurge on certain items or certain things, because it's obviously better getting something of a good quality rather than cheaper and repurchasing the same item. I get that, but I like saving, so. You're extremely confident in yourself. Definitely not. Definitely not. I like to think that I'm confident now, but for sure, my self-esteem was to the floor, like buried underneath. That's so dramatic. But I was very self-conscious. I was very insecure, very insecure, especially about my height, especially about my weight. I used to hate being tall. I used to hate being so skinny. I would always get made fun of in school. I know many people are always talking about, oh, I was bullied when I was little, but I was bullied when I was little. I just didn't call it bullying. I don't want to call it bullying because I feel like that word is so thrown out there, but I was definitely made fun of and treated wrong for how maybe I looked on the outside. I wasn't as pretty when I was younger, but long story short, throughout the years, I have learned to be a lot more confident. I have learned to love myself and love me for me and not care what other people think, because at the end of the day, what are they doing for you? Do they pay your rent? Do you owe them something? Do they make you happy? But like I mentioned, I've learned to be that way throughout the years because I was definitely not like that. I feel that modeling and doing pageants helped me a lot to have a hardcore. Ooh, another one that I wanted to touch base on. You make YouTube look so easy. So maybe I do, especially because I love YouTube. So to me, it's not like it's heavy on me or it's like a task. I personally just genuinely love YouTube and doing YouTube, making videos. It's definitely not easy though. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of time put into this. It's a lot of learning new techniques and new ways. So it's really time consuming. It's really draining physically, mentally, and it's very hard. I mean, I'm sorry if I do make it look easy, I guess, because it's not. When people ask me for advice though, I feel like I give the same answer because it's the most genuine, honest answer. And it may seem like it's not an advice, which is work hard, be consistent, which is basically the typical cliche answer that you kind of sort of don't want to hear. But it's true. YouTube takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of patience. A lot of patience. I'm kidding. So the answer to that is no, YouTube is not easy, but it's totally worth it at the end if you put the work in it, you know? Someone says that the cat that comes and visit you has ticks. I hope not. I mean, I don't know for sure that it doesn't, but it's my neighbor's cat and everyone assumes that it's my cat or that I found it in the street. Our balcony connects, it's divided, but it has a little space where it comes through. So whenever they let him out, he comes through my balcony and sits in front of my door. So I open the door and he comes in and hangs out with me for a little bit. It's like a rent a pet. I don't have to feed it. I don't have to buy it things. I don't have to train it. It just comes and visits from time to time. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, again, follow me on IG stories. I thought you'd be all about beauty pageants and that beauty world, but I'm glad that you found that you are in a cut. I feel like I know where you were going with that. I personally love beauty pageants, like I still do. Me competing, not anymore a passion. These horns are me tienen cansada. Anyways, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, I know, but pageants for me and my family are like the Super Bowl. Like, we treat it like the Super Bowl. It's something that we look forward to at the end of the year or whenever it happens. And it's something that I grew up with. Like, we would always religiously watch it. So I love pageants. My mom loves pageants. My mom did a pageant when she was younger. So it's kind of like always been in my blood. Like, I just like pageants, but I'm definitely, again, not into them anymore. As in, like, would I compete again? Probably not. Every time Miss Universe comes though, I'm like, oh damn, like what if I would try one more time? But no. It's a lot of waste of time and money. A lot of money wasted. But aside from that, I enjoy watching it from the outer perspective now. Someone assumes that I prefer maduros over tostones. What? Definitely not. I feel like I'm that 1% that doesn't love maduros. Like, sure, I'll have it if it's like on the table and if it's served, but I won't ask for plátano maduro. Like, I prefer tostones all day, every day. I love tostones so much. I'm actually gonna make it right after this video. Tostones with salami is what I eat every day, at least once a week. Someone says, ugh, another YouTuber vlogging with a face mask, basic bitch. Do you want to get blocked? Just kidding, it's okay. You can have your assumptions for now. But to defend myself, I'm not just another vlogger doing that. I feel like I started doing it a long time ago and I love putting face masks. So yes, I'm gonna vlog with a face mask. Sorry, not sorry. You can't live without cleaning everything. You have OCD. Love you, girl. Love you too. I feel like I have a percentage of OCD. I don't want to like put it out there and be like, oh my god, I'm so OCD, because it's not like I need everything to be specific. Like, oh my god, that lamp, it's not where it should be. I'm not that OCD. I'm not that OCD, but I'm OCD to an extent. I also like cleaning and having everything organized, but I could also be a messy person. Not dirty, never dirty, but a messy person. Like, I'll throw things on the floor, or when I'm getting dressed, I am extremely messy. There's not one time where I would get ready and there's clothes all over the place. So, all right, I'm going to end with this one because it's something that many people assume and have assumed all my life, and it is, I assume guys must hit on you all the time. Listen, the answer is no. Honestly, the struggle was so real. I feel like I'm not approachable, and by that I mean guy-wise and even friend-wise, or like if a girl sees me at an event, I'm not like, oh yeah, let me go and come up to her. But no, I didn't really have guys all up in my DMs, like people like to say, or even when I would go to a bar, like guys wouldn't come up to me. So I was single for the longest, guys, remember that. And it wasn't necessarily a choice. It was just there weren't many options. All right, guys, so those were all your assumptions about me. I hope you got to get to know me a little bit better, got some clarity in your life. Thank you so much for watching and sending those over via Insta stories. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye. I've mentioned this endless of times. Hallelujah. Remember that. Don't forget. No. I don't know.